is right in front.
That's where he likes him,
Yes, that's where he likes him, and he likes the sun on his back, and he's had a haircut for the big job this afternoon, Peter.
Well, it wouldn't match yours, Jim.
Yeah.
3 gone, 1 to go. Let's climb the mountain again, eh? Come on. Quarter by quarter, ball by ball. A game of footy's like building a house, isn't it? Brick by brick.
I could rant and rave. But I realised today that I'm coaching a shit football team.
We might have a media career after this.
All right, we are joining you from the Quairading club rooms. You can probably hear a bit of noise in the background, but I'm sure the editing software will sort that out. Ladies' Day here at Quairading, so Quairading versus Keller and Tammin. Actual ripping game. We'll get stuck right into that later on, but yeah, first of all, need to do the things. I'm not sure if you listen, boys. I do a dim sim review of the best dim sim on the way in, and I had Oz kick today, so I didn't have time. So that's 2 weeks out of 3. So I probably actually don't do dim sim reviews because I've done it once out of 3 weeks now. So
Okay.
What about on the way home? The lakes, is that sort of my only go-to on the way back?
Oh, there's Mundaring. I suppose.
Just lift that mic up there, bud. No, just bend it up. Yeah, perfect, mate.
I'm assuming you came through Mundaring, or you're going home through Mundaring?
I'm not. I don't know. I just follow the maps, mate. I just drove down. I reckon it was Great Eastern Highway, turn left at like the BP.
Yeah, there we go.
So you've gone through Mundaring. Oh, options are plenty. There's you got Hungry Jack's, Little Caesar's Pizza.
Dim Sims, mate. I need
dim
on,
sims.
on
Dim Sims?
exclusively a
You
dim
need
sim
dim sims.
bandit.
Oh, okay.
Not the Quairading BP.
Well, that was going to be mine, but clearly not.
Was it?
Tet lives in town, so
Yeah.
probably frequents it more than I do.
Haven't been there in ages. Can't remember the last time I got a meal from the BP.
You've got us on for content,
Maybe.
and we're giving you nothing. Yeah,
Maybe.
The
Give it a
lakes,
go.
Go
that
the lakes.
lakes look big enough,
Try the
surely.
lakes, yeah.
Oh yeah, so
Try the
that'll be where I go.
Definitely.
it's a truckie's go-to. Go the lakes.
Well, I'm a trucking myself, mate. So
There you go.
I'm
You
in
can
the
have a
truck.
sit down too.
3:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm in the truck, just snapping gears, mate, trying to offload the goods. So
Excellent.
get stuck into it. So the 2 guests that we got on today, Jack Richards, Ripper, president of the club.
Kurt, mate, good to see you. Thanks for coming down. I am the president.
Yeah.
I'm not here for my footballing prowess, but yeah, being the president keeps me involved and I enjoy it. So
I don't think
thanks for having me on.
I don't think there's too much prowess on the pod, mate. So we're here for some good vibes and some good
That's
stories.
good. I'm glad.
And then the other guest here, Tom Lee, mate, country legend, Quairading local. Yeah, done a fair bit. I'm sure you don't need anything, but we introduced ourselves, but we've met before. I'm not sure. Yeah. So 2009 clubber. You've
Definitely would have happened, I reckon.
yeah, definitely. So yourself and a good mate of mine, Jesse Laurie, just come back from Adelaide. You the 1 year deal got ended, and I reckon I've got to hear 12 to 15 drinks in the hole to you. Oh, you were shouting me all night, and I thought you were a legend from that night onward.
Freshly delisted.
Yep. Yeah, that's
Ready to get the wallet out and just pay for anyone.
I think there might have been a 2nd year contract, something like that got paid out. But
correct.
So Tommy Lee shouting drinks, times have definitely changed.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen nowadays, so that must have been a long time ago.
no, it was actually an all-time night. Yeah, I think it was like your first night back. I played a little bit of Colts at Claremont, so that's how I know Jesse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, mate.
Before my time at Claremont?
Yeah,
right.
So, you and Jess both come back and we lit it up, mate. It was actually an all-time night.
Just a, delisted straight to clubber. That sounds pretty bang on.
Hey, how hot was that joint? That joint was steaming every single night.
Like, when they brought in the rule you had to wear leather shoes,
Oh,
you're straight from the OBH wearing leather shoes at a nightclub.
Thursday, don't
wrecked
discount Thursday nights at Clubber.
yeah.
That was underrated.
Thursdays and Sundays, mate, I reckon.
Yeah. Now, we're going back. Yeah, that is good times.
Yeah, no, so I can
It's great to see you again.
Yeah. Rekindled the friendship.
Love it first.
So,
It was for me, mate. I'm not joking. What is it? All the cocktails. What are those, like coffee cocktails? What do you call them? Espresso martinis.
Oh, yeah,
mate, anything, eh? Also, this guy's a legend.
Now we're talking.
Well, I got delisted, but I had a 2nd year.
Yeah.
And I got paid
same
out
as Jesse.
cash, the whole thing.
Yep, same as Jesse. But
causing
Jesse
forking
wasn't as
money
liberal with the credit card.
Yeah. Jesse's
Tight.
Jesse takes care of it.
Yep.
Probably he's probably in a better position financially than I am right now as well. So it's probably paid off for him. So
all-time night. But, mate, I've got a couple of sponsors that I need to thank. So Oakley Co, Glenn Verbruggen. Not sure if you fellas know him. He's Ripper lad, coach of the Great Southern Footy League's senior side. He's got a new building company, obviously at Oakley Co. If you need anything in relation to that. Reece Jones down at Westburg Marine, they've got a boat giveaway in conjunction with the Royals Footy Club, $100 ticket, and you can win I think it's $96,000 or $97,000 boat.
Christ.
You know those like $100 ones?
Yeah.
But their first prize is like a $96,000 boat.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. We need to get in the boat business.
boat.
So Reece Jones is actually my cousin.
Is he?
Speaking of small world,
Yeah.
so my mum and Reece's mum are sisters.
Yeah.
And when in my time in Albany, I used to work for Glenn and Kate. I used to work for Kate's brother and dad on the farm down there.
Yeah.
So,
Many Peaks.
At Many Peaks. So back in the glory days. So I know exactly who you're talking about there, Kurt.
Yeah.
So, a couple of good fellas and a bit of shout out to the Railways crew down there.
Yeah.
I think they're doing a bit better than us this year, but a couple of good fellas down there. So shout out to those boys.
Yeah, once you put you on, the first thing I did when you messaged in, I just screenshotted your thing and said, "You guys know this fella?" Because you don't want to get attached to like a weirdo, and they're like, "No, he's a ripper." That's Ripper or something, and I'm like, "He is a ripper." Like, no, that's his name. I was like, sweet.
Yeah.
So we're on.
It's funny. I don't have a nickname here, but as soon as I went down to Albany, they started. I don't know who it was. But they started calling me Ripper, and it stuck. And that's,
Ripper.
Yeah, it's one of those funny ones.
Jack the Ripper, I assume, is
pretty simple, pretty obvious, but
serial killer vibes. To be fair, Tom, what do you think?
Yeah, freaks me right out. To be honest.
So, all right. So the first thing I sort of do, canteen review, salad roll and a coffee here, little self-serve operation, beautiful little setup in the salad roll, lovely. Who was on the salad roll?
I was going to say, be careful. My wife is running the canteen.
Okay.
Obviously, first lady. I'm the president, first lady of the club. So traditionally, the first lady of the club runs the canteen. So just be careful, Kurt. But you said nice things.
Oh,
so
the salad roll. Well, I made the coffee, so if the coffee's no good, that's on me. But the salad roll last week in Brookton, I wouldn't want to bag, but it was like there was a little bit of roll with the carrot. It was all carrot.
All carrot.
Yeah.
See, I'm okay with all carrot.
No,
I'm absolutely fine with a roll with carrot in it.
mate, I'm talking like
proper.
a beef patty, but it wasn't beef; it was carrot.
Righto. So not even grated, just cut up.
Oh,
put
just
in there.
chunks.
Okay. Yeah,
But,
righto. That's maybe pushing
beautiful today.
So
and
this year we're no good at footy, but we have a good canteen. So we like that.
Oh,
We're good at something.
You're
So
getting
far.
there. You get
so
there.
far. So far.
And then, just rolling in. I've never been out this way. It's a beautiful little drive coming out, isn't it? Like, I've heard lots about York and stuff with the wedding venues and stuff, but
You just got to come a little bit further to see the real country.
mate, the Oval, what's the Oval like? What sort of nick is it in for you guys? Because it presents pretty good. Like, I was at Brookton last week and like even Railways down in Albany, like it was all right, and North was all right, but like the Oval looked good today. It's firm, beautiful.
Yeah.
Tommy Lee's the expert in turf, so we'll hand it over to him.
Turf manager by trade.
Okay. Did Claremont sort you out with that?
Nah, I had a mate, one of my groomsmen, Patrick Jannings from Kojana. Patch. Do you know Jano?
I know of him. I played footy at Koji as well, and
Did
he's
ya?
a Claremont fella, eh?
Yeah, he's a legend.
I might just get up and leave.
Yeah.
You guys
Oh,
just
seriously.
talk
Coleman,
about
he
how
was
you're
talking-
related.
I think he was like Coleman, Christinelli and all them.
Correct.
Yeah.
the boys. Yep. Jano hooked me up with a job with turf care when I got delisted because I was nowhere, not doing anything. And then I got into grass and it was a job. And then it's become a little bit of a passion. But I used to do the Oval out here, but now the Shire have a run at it. It's okay,
Okay.
but it's
But not up
It's a
to
bit
scratching. Yeah,
It's a
okay.
bit sick. Needs a bit of nutrition. But to be fair, May, 32 degrees, it's tricky,
Yeah.
really hard. So, but it's a lot, I reckon it's better than it was this time last year.
Better than what it was in February when it looked like the colour of the bricks.
Yeah.
But,
When
it needs a
completely
rain.
gone.
That's what it needs.
Needs a rain,
Needs a rain.
as does everything out here.
Yeah.
Seriously, farmers need a
Yeah.
rain.
Yeah.
But nah, it's as far as the comp goes, it'd be middle tier.
Okay, because York looked pretty schmick on the way in.
York's
York looked
nice.
lovely. Even though the hockey oval at York next to the highway
It does, yeah.
is
Yeah,
tabletop.
yeah.
Like that is.
York's got the the synthetic cricket pitch in the middle,
Okay.
which probably knocks
not
it down
on.
a few
Mm,
ticks.
not on.
Yeah,
It's
down one.
absolutely
Take
Down
that
one.
away, it's not a bad oval.
Yeah, okay. Nah, beautiful. Yeah.
Anyone close to Perth,
Yep.
good oval.
Yeah.
Because they've got the options of
Bringing in.
contractors coming out.
Yeah, okay.
Except for Northern. I don't know what's going on in Northern.
How you going?
Fuck.
It should be good.
Beach sand.
It should be good, but
Yeah, it's not.
Beautiful, mate. Yeah, no, look, it's not inspired, but like I don't know what today seems like for you guys, but just given like Ladies' Day and the environment around it, it seems like footy's alive and well in Quairading. Is that how would you gauge? Like, is today like a big day for you, or how would that
today has been sort of. We've had a bit of a run up to today, trying to pump it up, and obviously built around Mother's Day. We're trying to make an occasion of it, but yeah, footy in Quairading is pretty big, pretty important. So yeah, and it is in a good way. So although the results might not back that up, we are 0-4, but yeah, we're here to talk about last year's grand final, aren't we? Not this year. So, but no, in short, footy club in Quairading is very important, and we're in a good spot, regardless of results. And yeah, hopefully that first win this year is coming soon.
Right, and I spoke to you earlier about the renovations, and I'll just be a little hesitant. Like, I know Royals in Albany, they did a massive renovation on their oval, and you lost a fair bit of the club, I think, in that. Like, news not better. Like what you have over there at the moment with the bar and stuff like that. Maybe give it a tickle up, or I'm not sure what the funding is, but these clubs have a soul, and it's entwined in like the club rooms and the smell and the look and what everyone's grown up with. Like,
100%. You've covered it all. Like, very fond childhood memories of coming down here and, kicking balls behind the goals and being in the rooms, and all the old blokes are getting ready, and the smells and of, the piss and the sweat and the liniment oil and danker rub, all that sort of stuff. And although it is a few years away, we are getting new facilities, but pretty bittersweet. I mean, they are tired. I don't know who's going to listen to this, so I may get in trouble for saying it, but it's going to be a sad day when the change rooms do get knocked over. I mean, you can hang all the same memorabilia and stuff up there to make it look the same, but it is not the same. You put your beer on the halfway wall of the shower and talk to the bloke next to you, and you get the full cubicle and stuff like that. And so it's early days. Like, the new netball courts are going up now, so that's sort of stage one of the project, and then the new. Like this building we're in now and the change rooms, it's probably still a couple of years away, but it's going to be sad. Like, training on Tuesday, Thursday nights, we light up the fire, sit around, watch the footy. Sometimes you don't get home to whatever time of night, and which is brilliant.
8 p.m. Drive responsibly.
And it, of course.
No, we walk.
We walk home.
Walk home every time.
We all live close, but it makes the club. It makes the club, and it'll be interesting times when the new rooms do get built. So we'll see.
Just to cover off on last year, then, like, I guess
now we're talking. Here we go.
So you won the flag, and the first flag since 2008. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah, you've done your research, Kurt.
Well, no, I just remember you said it about 20 minutes ago.
It's on the board. It's on the board.
Oh, yeah. But where were you in 2008? You got drafted at the end of that, hey?
Yep.
So you were in Perth at that year?
Correct.
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Yep. So I was Scotch College and Claremont Colt in 2008. Yep.
So you didn't get back for it or anything like that?
Pardon?
Yeah. What's your memories of that flag then? Like, how close were you keeping tabs on the local league? Did it mean anything to you?
Nah, zero.
Yeah.
Maddie would have been, what,
17,
15, 16? So,
Yeah.
So I don't want to steal your thunder, Tet, but Tet's married into a Quairading family.
Yeah.
So been around for
a very important Quairading family to the footy club.
Yeah, okay.
As well.
Because I thought you were Darren, is that right?
Darren.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Buddy Franklin's the second best footballer to come out of Darren.
Well, he went back last weekend. When was the last time you went back?
Yeah, and just shit. I'm an hour and a half away.
Mate, Buddy was getting around in a Kia Carnival.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I can't believe it.
Jacinta reckons she's going to buy a house there. I wouldn't have thought so, but shit. When did I go back last? Oh, buddy.
Darren,
On the
field
weekend.
days when you
Oh, yeah.
threw up all through your car and you
Oh, yeah. Before that was 3 years ago.
on the way to your ED
The
scan, wasn't it?
12-week scan, yeah. Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Good times.
great times, yep. No. Shout out to Darren. They're bloody great club. They're doing well. I'm hoping to play a game for them this year, but
Yep.
we'll see how the body holds up.
Yeah, okay. What
Yeah.
league they in?
Mortlock.
Mortlock. Yeah. Yep.
Gin, Tujay, Kalingari.
Yeah, okay.
Gamaling won it last year. Darren lost to him, so yeah.
And then last year, obviously, you had a good enough season to get into the finals and obviously win it. Where did you come from to, like, in the finals? You finished on top. Like, what was the year for you?
Finished top.
So we finished top 4 years in a row. So obviously COVID 2020, that wasn't a year. So 21, 22, 23, 24, we finished first.
Yeah.
And leading into that, obviously the cupboard was bare during those 4 years. And Cundon, a very good club. We have great rivalry with them. We play them next week, and nothing changes there. They're going to smash us up, and we'll try and do the same, and it'll be a good game.
Yeah,
guarantee it. But getting back to last year, where we want to talk about, we're happy to talk about it for an hour. But we've been finishing on top all year, smashing sides, cruising, but just falling at our last hurdle, winning second semis, falling at our last hurdle, and pressure was mounting. Let's be honest.
Yep.
Internally and externally, and
we had to win one.
We had to win one with the same. We
There
sort
was
of
no
kept the
other
same
option.
list for 4 years, which is a pretty good effort in itself. And
Yeah, it is for country footy. I'd like to retain players with the environment.
Travelling players,
Yep.
you retain them and they and you keep them as 1-pointers is very handy. But yeah, obviously the pressure was externally and internally mounting, and we made it hard for ourselves, and obviously won by 4 points. And thank Christ the siren went. Probably a lot of relief, really. Obviously, Ted will give you a different playing perspective, but from an onlooker's perspective, there was a lot of relief, and it probably took away a little bit from the celebration side of things. It was just a big weight off the shoulders, and sort of looking back now, obviously something you never forget. And you and when things aren't going well this year, you sort of look back on it and obviously wear the hat and stuff like that, and you get sort of lost in looking at photos of it from last year. But pretty special times, because like pre-COVID days, and coincidentally we're sitting right in front of the honour board, and we've stopped it at 2012. So from 2012 to 2016, we were terrible. We won 4 spoons in a row, and at that point in time, getting a little bit emotional talking about it actually. And that point in time, you sort of think, shit, wouldn't it? Like, are we ever going to play finals again? Like, how do you get out of this? And like our volunteer core and our loyal supporters, sort of the town sort of gets behind you. You stick by it, and you just got to grind it out. Because in those days, like Railways and Federals and Beverley were strong. And these days they're not. Well, they weren't. Probably talking about last year, they weren't going that well. So it's all swings and roundabouts. But back in those days, 10 years ago, things were pretty grim. But you just got to grind it out, and blokes like Tom moved to town, and you a bit of luck on the way, and you sort of build a club around that, and you keep that core local group. And I'm pretty glad, to get one out of 4 years that's pretty satisfying. Obviously, Cundon got 3 out of 4, so even better. But to have one is pretty special.
Like, when I rolled in, like, talk about like the soul of the club and the buildings and stuff. When I rolled into what do they call the Bull Bar? Is it
the Bull Bar? Yeah.
Yep. When I rolled in there, first thing I thought was like, "Fuck, this place would have gone off grand final night."
Oh,
and that's like almost like when you play your footy and stuff, like that's where you'd want to lock in. Like that place would be so good to have a lock in with the boys after a big win or a premiership or something like that. How good was the celebrations after that win?
Yeah, pretty solid.
There wasn't really a end time to it. As you say, it was a lock in.
As Jack said, the end of the game was pure relief. Like, no excitement at all. It was just
thank fuck we didn't lose again.
Okay. Job's done. Like, thank Christ for that. And then when we got back to the footy club, it kind of took a while. We're all sort of like unpacking it on the way home and in the change rooms and stuff. And then once we got back here, it was like, oh yeah, okay. Like, Because we come back, every loss we had in the grand final, we come back and celebrate it. But it was just different. It was just different. We celebrate a season, but this time it was like, fuck, we've actually got it done. But in the rooms, like the way the committee and stuff set it up, it was fucking unreal. And when we're sitting in, Jill Hayes is our secretary.
Treasurer, yeah.
Yeah, and again, heart and soul of the club, Jill. We're sitting on our roof watching the sunrise with like 7, 8 of us. Like, she's had some issues since the rain hit. Like, all that.
Worth it.
Bit of flooding.
But like, you're sitting there watching the sunset and you just go, fuck, like, done. We're done. Like, and all of a sudden you're pretty up and about. So, it was brilliant.
And you obviously won that in York. How do you get back? Is that a bus? Is that cars? Like, how did that work?
Cars, yeah. Because I reckon 21, it was in Northern, we took a bus from Quairading, and maybe even did it in 23, and we're like, no, we're not doing that.
Did.
So everyone just went cars, because we just got to change something. And
you gotta understand, 21 and 23, we were winning it.
Yeah, okay.
Before we even left, we'd won it. Like, we were far superior
Had
side.
the hat sorted.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Not quite that far, but
side.
in the head it was, like, we can't lose this. And to our detriment, we just got jumped. And then, because they were low-scoring games, both 21 and 23.
And to Cunningham dredit too, they were brilliant.
Got themselves up.
Yeah, really good.
Well, how did this game? Did you win the whole game? They came close. Like, how did that game play
I've watched the replay a lot. So we were down at quarter time.
This bloke bleeds red and white.
Oh, mate, it was, I'm going to say, we're not talking about this year, we're talking about last year. But we were down, end score was 66 to 62, so low scoring game. We were down at quarter time, and then we led at every other break. So, which was new to us, because we were down in 21 and 23, we were down all game. So we were up at 3/4 time. And it's like, shit, hang on, we can win this. And then, although we're only up by 2 goals,
Kane Mitchell gave a mouth-watering 3/4 time speech.
For you guys?
Yep.
And just the numbers around our
Walrus.
Unbelievable. Yeah. It was unbelievable.
Loud and
never seen anything like it. Like, and he'd hit the nail on the head, and he had the whole crowd engaged.
Yeah, right.
And you just had this belief. Fuck, at the end of the day, like, we could have easily lost it. Like, Cundy missed some
tried hard.
very easy shots that they probably should have kicked.
We'll put that down to our pressure, but end of the day, that's the way it goes.
Just good defence, that's all. Just good defence.
But as I say, we've said it before, every time we play Cundon, no matter if we're on the bottom or the top, it's always an awesome game.
Yeah.
Physical, contested, whether we're last and they're second last or we're first and second, it's always an awesome game. And next week will be no different.
Yeah.
Well, so obviously, we spoke about the retention's not too different than this year, and it's now a 0-4 start. But like I said, it not that you'll hear it because my fucking audio got deleted. This piece of shit wanted to do an update as soon as I connected it, so I swiped those interviews. But
Quairading is the power outage capital of WA, so things like that happen.
No, it's not even. It just updated and just said you don't have any of this anymore. But yeah, I thought. At 3/4 time, I was like, how the fuck have they not won a game yet? Like, I felt like you guys were a better side today. Like you got the ascendancy after like quarter time, and it was like slow and steady. But like even at in the third quarter, you guys were coming along, started moving the footy well. Like, yeah, it's a tough one to be 0-4 and still look as good as you did today.
Yeah,
we gave them a bit of a head start. It probably doesn't help.
I don't know. It's a hard one to answer. Like, we've been used to winning, right? Like, we have from 2021. We're used to winning. We're used to being in winning positions, and like when we won, we won. Like, by lots. And
Put
we
them
even
away.
acknowledged that in like 2023. I reckon it was. We've gone. We actually haven't won any tough games. We're just flogging blokes or losing.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's almost a practice. Like, we need to understand that games aren't going to come easy anymore. But 3/4 time, the belief in the huddle was massive, and we haven't felt that all year. So I reckon it could be a little bit of a turning point. 0-4 is a shit spot to be in, but it's not an impossible spot to be in.
I like this is only my third episode, but like, I've listened to a little bit of footy, and I love hearing the messages that are given at like quarter times and whatever. Like, who was the first fella? I should have looked it up. Number 18. When I came in at quarter time,
Lucas.
yeah, the Italian fella,
Yeah. Lucas Pereira.
Pereira.
Best on in the grand final last year, mind you.
But the way he spoke, his instructions, it was like he spoke well. It wasn't like fucking get in there and hit him. Like, it was, we need to do this, we need to do this. Like, like really precise, really informative. Like, and what he said, everyone listening could go out and actually action and like take it on board and go and do something with it, not like hit them harder, run harder. Like, it was, when we get in this position, we need to do X, Y, and Z. And then when you guys put yourself in front at the end, I put in my notes that it wasn't one at 3/4 time. Like, is what he kicked that one goal, but the difference in the coaching mechanisms was like the rev up, like, we can't believe we're losing, or that you guys are still in it. But I thought your information when you even went into your groups and then when the coach spoke to you again, it was informative. It's, we're in this, stick to your process. Like, I really like listening to that. And I thought, you guys, how you 0-4 still is just blowing my mind.
Yeah.
Lots of leaders in your team.
Yeah. And I think, but I still think there's a lot of reliance on those leaders.
Yep.
But our leaders are a year on and mid-30s kind of thing.
Yep.
And I think our middle tier age group, 20 to 28, like, they're coming. They're absolutely coming, but they need to understand that they need to take a little bit of weight on their shoulders too to get us where we need to go, which is hard. It's really tricky because we've been the front runner for the last few years.
Yep.
We haven't had to dig.
Don't need to bleed any new blood.
Correct.
Like, get kids. Yeah.
But we've got to dig now. And I don't know. It's a whole different look that we've got, but we've got, as you said, our leaders are strong. So young blokes coming through will only get better. So it's positive. We're on 4, but
one of my notes here.
Positive 0-4.
Yeah.
Ethan Brown. I know he's your captain and stuff like that, but
he's a star.
Every game I've been to so far has had someone like him, and he might be the best. Bodie Stubber from Railways, Jacob Soundness at Brookton, and then him today. Like, they all play that role where when, there's 30 seconds to go in the quarter or whatever, and you need to get someone just deep and just to put something out of bounds or take a mark and settle. Like, he seems to be the fella that did it. And then someone who really impressed me as well is little offside. Well, not really little offside. Jake Stacey. Those two in defence, Ethan and Jake, guns.
Yeah. They are, yeah. So Ethan, as everyone does, everyone goes away for a bit to get some experience, or not footy, but just life experience. Ethan went up to Northampton for work, played footy up there. Jake went up to Kununurra for a year, played footy up there, and they've sort of just come back.
Who for?
Sorry?
Ord River Magpies, surely.
I think so, yeah. I think so, yeah.
Yep, I played for them too.
Yep.
And Northampton. Mercenary.
Both of those boys have gone away and sort of, and their footy, they've come back and their footy's just come in leaps and bounds. Yeah. It's really good to see, yeah. And these guys are the new crop. Tommy Lee's an old fella, so he's winding down, but these guys are coming through, and that's what you want to see, and they're playing some really good footy.
And Ethan, he didn't know he could lead this time last year. He didn't know. And then he got voted in by the group as a leader, and he's gone, oh, shit. Like, I've got the respect of a really good side here.
Yeah.
And he's just fucking launched. And he was a no-brainer for skipper. No-brainer.
How old's Ethan then?
Oh, he'd be 26, 27.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good.
Perfect.
Jake's probably
a bit younger.
Maybe a year younger. Yeah. I'd a guess.
Yeah. He's good, Jake. I've seen, like, a lot of times, like, he'd leave his man to come and make it like an outnumber out of contest and stuff like that. Like, those decisions, like when he'd take like a switch, there was nothing on down the line, and one of my pet hates is those dump kicks down the line.
Yeah.
He would never take it. He'd take that one like 25 metres backwards, big switch. But yeah, the thing that impressed me with him is how he'd come off his man and impact a contest, whether it's he'd actually collect it or he'd be third man up and spoil it. Like, pretty solid down back.
100%, yeah.
Yeah. Jake was a funny one because he played in the Grandy in 2021 and had a really traumatic shoulder injury. It wouldn't go in for fucking almost a day. It was really bad. And then he didn't have any trust in his body. Went up, played for Ord River, no worries, came back. All he wanted to do was play resis. And we were like, does he want to play league? Me and Kane Mitchell, who coached last year, just wanted him. We were like, mate, are you ready or not? And he was a little bit not sure. Later in the year, we just picked him and he played forward. And he was this brilliant link up as a half forward. So he can kind of do anything, but he just needed to understand that everyone trusts him to do his job and he belongs there and his body will be okay. So he's just come a long way, and he's brilliant. And he's a very
he'd have to be a good forward to get him out of that back line then.
But he's fit. He can run. And me and Freddie Clutterbuck sit in the goal square and just point. We need blokes like Jake Stacey to get up the ground. And Jake played in the grand final and kicked a crucial goal for us and was brilliant. Yeah, and he competes. He's an angry bastard. He competes. So, he's a ripper.
And what about Keller Barron? I was in their change rooms for their awards and
Keller Barron, Tammin. You'll get in trouble if you keep saying Keller Barron.
Keller Barron, Tammin. I've never heard of Tammin, but the bloke that played the best for them, I thought, was Daniel Kransberg, 23, Chrome Dome. Mate, he moved really well. He must be an older sort of fella, mid-30s sort of looking, but maybe the bald head doesn't help him. He could be 22, I don't know. But
I think he's actually younger.
I think he got an award, but I thought he was particularly early. He set the game up for him in that first half really well. How's he sort of move in the league? Is he generally one of their better ones?
Yeah.
Seems like he can play multiple spots.
Anywhere.
Yeah.
Hard to match up.
Yeah.
Really hard.
Yeah.
And he'll come in and play inside mid and then he'll push forward and they've already got their keys and then this bloke stands 193. He's pretty tricky.
Yeah.
Great bloke.
And he moves well.
Yeah.
Covers the ground, launches at it, kicks well.
Great bloke.
Yeah.
Really good bloke.
They seem to not have many weak links, but one of their guns is number 13, that Anthony Hansen.
Yeah.
He does some stuff, floated in and out of the game a little bit, but when he hunts the footy, mate, that kid is electric.
Hard to play on too.
That first half in particular.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably wasn't as busy in the second half, but did a lot of damage in that first half. Big time.
There's a lot of conjecture about where he's playing. In terms of for what team.
Okay.
So I think he's played footy for Eton in the Southwest.
Yeah, the Boomers.
But I think he's got family ties here.
Okay.
And so he's played some footy here, but he's only played 2 games this year, one against us in the first round and one against us today.
This is a Quairading specialist.
Oh, mate,
he's got you.
Smacked us first round.
Yeah.
Crikey Moses. I reckon he kicked 5, 6. Don't know.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So I'm really praying that Eton get the checkbook out for him and he go because I think he's at Swan District's resis, but if he doesn't get a game there, he comes and plays out here. Yeah. So
surely he can get a game at Swannies.
Mate, he's a freak.
Yeah.
He's impossible to play on.
He's
impossible.
His field kicking is really good.
Yeah.
He attacks the footy.
Runs around blokes like they're not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see him burn Gelms?
Yeah.
You don't burn Gelms.
Here, eh? Yeah.
He probably, to his credit, he probably wasn't even running his fastest and he just brushed off Gelmsy like he wasn't even there.
Gelms. I was watching from the other end of the field and I was just like, Gelms got him. No dramas. He's got him. All good. And
a big reason why they kicked that last goal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he was too, yeah. But anyway, yeah.
What about, where do you think the game was sort of won and lost? It's generally for me in the midfield, but today I felt particularly in the first sort of 2.5 quarters, their half forwards got your half backs. Is that fair? Is that how you read it out there, Tom? Or
don't ask me. I'm no expert. Ask Tom.
I don't know. I think early doors we bled some score, which is tricky. Maybe our matchup on number 13 probably wasn't quite right, but at the same time, bloody.
Not sure there is a right one.
No, there's not. And Jars is one of our best defenders. Ryan Jarman, he's a weapon, and I'd trust him with my life to defend someone to not kick a goal. And this kid's slippery. He can run. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like early they wanted it a lot more than we did.
Yeah.
But then it turned, and I think I reckon it was 50-50. Either side deserved to win it, and they did.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I just felt
I don't
like
know.
from like 70 to 30, their kicks there hit a target every single time.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
yeah.
they hit up at the actual foot a lot. Like they run right at the foot, and then they actually hit those targets. They didn't like dump kick many in, and I feel like they probably went away from that a little bit towards the end, and that's where you guys in the last like sort of half got on top of them. But yeah, I think maybe the only way you could play that Hansen, like you'd have to be slowing them. You can't let him get behind you.
No.
Let him present up at it, but then he probably kicks them from 40 odd as well.
Yeah. But we spoke about, like, we had a thing at Claremont Colts under Simon McPhee. Did you have McPhee?
Yeah, that was my coach.
Yeah.
Went to Saints as well, eh?
Yeah, correct. Yeah. So he had a thing, 100 hits. So we're going to pick a bloke every week. We're going to hit him 100 times.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean hit him. It just means getting his way 100 times.
Check him.
And they stop.
Yeah.
So that's what stops a player like that. Because at some point it's going to go, fuck this, I'm not going to lead anymore because every player on the ground's out for me. But it's not the bloke playing on him, it's everyone.
Yeah.
And that was the piece that was missing today, that it's a team role. Shutting down a good player is a team role.
I'm glad you spoke about that because, I sort of debrief with one of my good mates, Glenn Verbrugge, and everything and what's the standard like, what's the difference like. And it is a little bit hard to tell, but today the off-the-ball stuff is what stood out to me, is that first time I've seen true structure around stoppage, true structure around kick-ins, and then I always remember Declan Mountford is like a freak at checking the run and getting in front and like proper pushing, and that's the first time.
Many peaks.
Yeah, neighbours, eh? But
down the road.
Yep. So today is the first time from both teams that's like it's that sort of stuff that seems to be tidied up a lot better than the other leagues that I've watched. Like particularly the checking of the run 80 metres off the ball.
Yeah.
Like no one, like I actually seen you do it a couple of times here, but no one just gets to stroll through the middle hoping they get a kick, 50 metres away. Everyone was getting checked, and so it's those things add up like you spoke about, hey?
Yeah. It's amazing when you explain to a bloke, hit him once in the middle of the ground, you're going to save yourself 40 metres running.
Yeah.
Which is,
check him, mate.
Like, as a 34-year-old, just fucking sacrifice your midriff to save your legs. Like, it's not that hard. And blokes out here will throw in the towel a lot quicker than a waffle player, an AFL player or something. They'll stop.
Well, I always talk about the two leads. Like when you're manning up on someone, they lead at the footy.
Yeah,
you almost just give up because you're like, well, they had that one lead. Like they don't come back and go for two.
They're not going to go again.
No, and that's what the good teams get you. Like last week, Boddington got Brookton from that. Like that one player would lead, then they'd sort of roll off him and not have to commit. No, he burned him once. They're not going to hit him up, but they would hit that up again.
Yeah,
and then I was really impressed. What about the standard? I was impressed with that standard. I thought that was like a really good game of footy, like the stoppage work, like how many pure clearances both teams got from like set plays almost. Like I noticed you, like particularly on the boundary line here, actually not back into traffic, you were tapping it behind your head back towards the boundary, and you had like 3 clearances in a row in that third quarter. Like, do you guys practice much like set plays or actual stoppage structure, or is you've played enough together now to sort of just know what each other wants to do?
Like not here, not out here.
Yep.
But I don't know. It's tricky because all you need is the ruckman to know, the ruckman and the mids to know where the ball's going. So you only need like 6 blokes.
Yeah.
To know where the ball's going, and that's as good as you can get out here because we don't train together.
Yeah.
We train separate. The Perth boys train there. We train here. It's just how it is. But like, I don't know. Me and Rushy have a good relationship. We played at Claremont. Like, we know each other pretty well. Yeah. That works. But yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky one. It could be a lot better. But like, while you're talking standard, the Avon comp is really good, and I reckon it's very underrated. Blokes come out here from the southwest or from Mortlock or whatever, and they think I'm going to fucking kill it out here, and they just don't because the standard of footy is unreal, and we're finding that this year. The the Federals or the Beverleys of the world who have struggled the last few years, they are competing hard, and like wins are hard to come by, and that's the Avon. That's Avon footy, and I reckon it deserves a plug,
mate. Definitely.
Yeah. I don't know what's caused it. I don't know what's done it, but it's a very, very, very good league. Really good league.
Yeah, like Upper Great Southern's always been a benchmark for me, and they've obviously slipped back to B grade now, which blows my mind.
Yeah, but bullshit.
Yeah, they're in B grade this year.
Surely that's never happened before. They've always been that, as you say, benchmark of
for sure.
A grade, obviously with Southwest and Peel.
Who comes up? Geraldton.
To hear,
Great.
I'm not sure. Whoever won
Or
the B
Kalgoorlie.
grade. Who won B grade? I'm not sure.
God,
I think it might have been Great
Geraldton.
Northern. I think it might have been Great Northern. So
Northern.
I think they come up, and I'm pretty sure uppers go down,
Yeah.
which is unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would.
But the standard here noticeably different. Like, I don't think the difference between like the Great Southern Footy League and uppers was like maybe the top 2 or 3 are better and the bottom 3 are worse.
Yeah.
That was it. But it seemed like across the park today, like that was such a good game of footy. Like, yeah, I keep thinking about like the pure clearances. Like, that's not an accident where it just taps down and everyone just launches at it. Like, people are committing to a spot and running for it, and the structure around it allowed it, blocks, all those little things. Like,
Playing their role.
Yeah, it was really good. What about you? Like, one thing I was wondering about you, Tom, you obviously played like high level footy. When you play like out here, like, you're not obviously not like you're not fit, but you're not as fit as what you once would have been. Does it ever annoy you knowing like I should be doing this, but I'm just like, cool. Like, how does it feel having played at like such a high standard and you still I thought you're one of the best today, but like, what's the difference like? What's it like to be out there?
Nah, it frustrates me a lot because my decline from where I was at my prime, say, to where I am now has been really quick, and that's because my body's not in great nick. I had a heap of surgeries when I was playing high level footy and whatever, but like far out, like AFL footy from VFL, say, is a fucking light year apart. It's like you're so comfy at VFL level, you're dominating your footy. You're like, why am I not getting a go? And then you go up there and you go, oh fuck, this is why. Like, the difference is absolutely massive. But I've found over my, like, it's been a bit like the opposite of Kane Mitchell, for instance. Like, Kane's stayed at the level he's played at forever. It doesn't matter where he is. I've sort of come with the level a little bit. So I'm disappointed in myself somewhat that I'm not playing better footy. But at the same time, like, fuck, I'm 34. Like, I love that I can come down and train and play, get around blokes, have a can. Like, it's that. This is what I've wanted.
Maybe
out
a
of my
few
footy.
too many cans.
Maybe a few too many cans. Like the pot belly on a Thursday night, the footy's on. Like, get stuck in, carried away. But I don't know. Like, I've found that every time I've come down a level, like I've gone to from AFL to Waffle, I am just hanging on, and then I come out here and I feel like I'm just hanging on a little bit. But this is where I should have done this years ago.
Yeah, okay.
Should have done it years ago.
This is
loved my time at Claremont. Loved it, but this is the shit I've been yearning for. Like, love it.
Because I seen you once. I think it was like second quarter. Like, I felt like you knew you should have been like getting to the goal line for a goal kick, but it was just too far. And then that's when it first happened. But then late in the game, I see you push like a massive push to get down back, and I was like, I wonder what it'd be like knowing, like, you know, I'm not sure what you like, your GPS or whatever it would have been, but like knowing, fuck, man, 5 years ago, I would have got there. I would have actually taken that clunk. Like, I was like wondering where your mindset was not doing that stuff still.
Yeah. And you can't. Like, it is what it is. It comes with age. Like, the second you come back to Waffle footy, for instance, and you start working full time, and then you go to training, you start to realise how fucking hard it is. Like, and the AFL footy's hard. Don't get me wrong, but that's your focus. Your job is your body, but now my job's cutting grass, and now I have to go look after my body. It declines. It gets going pretty quick, but I'd love to still, and this is what I'm struggling with at the minute, I'd love to still be able to move the way I did, but I'm starting to work out that I really fucking can't. But that's part of it. But I will play until stretch it off and they tell me I can't anymore, because you're a long time done.
Yeah.
Once you're done, you're done.
Yeah, that is it.
And you sit there and fucking,
Here.
what the fuck else am I going to do?
Yeah.
I live up the hill.
Yeah.
Like, if I retire at the end of this year, Jack rings me and he goes, hey, we're short.
Yeah.
Can you play twos?
Yeah.
I'll go, fucking oath. I'm just
Yeah.
up the hill. Like, I'll come and, like, you play as long as you can.
Well, I don't know how old Brett Peake is, but like Brett kicked 5 yesterday.
He's a freak.
And I'm not joking you, he still runs like an emu and like puts in huge numbers, mate. He's
Still playing for the Sharks?
Yep. Yeah. Kicked 5 against Royals yesterday. But he still like does like full like fat side, whole way down the wing screaming for it, and then like get a toe to a ball on the goal line and kick a goal. And he's run 100 metres to toe poke something through.
See, but that's he did that shit at AFL level.
Yeah, that's what he had to do.
And he's come to Albany and he's doing the same fucking thing. Like, he's a freak.
Yeah, he is. He still runs hard. Mate, one fella I want to touch on, Braden Andrews. He had this little passage of play. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. He's screaming at the umpire. Like, I think he gave away a high. It was there all day. And he's like filthy at himself and at the call. So he's screaming at that. I'll get this right. So not hard to see when he disagrees with him. So he screams at the umpire. Then the contest came down here. He's into a massive scrap here on the wing. And then you remember when they threw the ball up over the boys' fight? So he's there. Then he gets the goal down here. And then he punches some bloke in the head 5 minutes late on the lead. I was like, I love this fella. Like, he was everywhere, heart and soul, passion. Like, he's the sort of fella, like, I love it when people get that angry because he's doing everything he can to win.
Yeah.
Is that how he is, like, every 100%.
Week? I reckon today was probably one of the best games I've seen him play. Just
he was sick.
As soon as he steps over that white line, just beast mode off the park. He's pretty placid.
Yeah, right.
Just a real passionate, a very angry man. There's the line. He's pushing it. Sometimes he's over it, but yeah, you got to admire it.
Him and that
probably
Chris
does
Graffiti
rub a
were
few
good.
guys up the wrong way with how angry he gets, and when he doesn't get the ball, they're yelling and screaming, but he just cracks him. You know what you're going to get from him.
Mate, it's a tough midfield. Like that Chris Scafidi, is it? Like,
yeah.
Mate, they're jacked. Like, they're little muscle trucks, eh? And then Rushford as well, obviously. Like, wouldn't be the easiest midfield to play against.
Nah. And, yeah, we kind of hang our hat on those blokes a lot, and for whatever reason, it's not working. But the best thing about Braden Andrews, and, like, we're a league that pays Perth players. Well, that's just a fact. It is what it is. Braden is essentially a local. His dad runs Elders in town.
Okay. Oh, nice building too. I've seen it on the way.
Great building. Yep, great building. There's a better
one.
Don't
want to talk about the opposition there.
There's a better one further up the road. It's got a green sign. He comes and plays for free.
Yep. Yeah, right.
Doesn't give a fuck. Just wants to be here, and that's why you love.
You can see that out there, eh?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, he wants to win. He wants to be here. Like, it comes across as like angry, but for me, it's passion. Like, and if everyone committed as hard as he does, like, maybe you win.
He's got his hang-ups, as Jack said. Like, you got to keep his head on it. Like, got to keep his head on now and then. But he needs to play on the edge to play well.
You'd rather that.
You take the negative for the positive every day of the week. Yeah.
Right, and then what else I got here? Yeah, just where do you think you guys you watched it from the boundary there, Ripper? Where do you think you guys improved?
Neither.
Like what do you think? I've got here what I think, but I just want to get both of your thoughts on what did you guys start doing to turn it around and sort of turn the tide to get yourselves right back in that game? Because you just come down from 6 goals down to get in front.
4 maybe.
Yeah.
Scoreboard was a bit how you go on to see.
Always is.
Mate, a lot more bloody
audio
the new
equipment. Digital scoreboard. What are you talking about? It's clear as day.
No, we had to quickly come up with a plan. The scoreboard didn't turn on, so luckily we kept the old numbers and lent them up against the cricket net. So it had a real country footy feel about it. But to answer
I liked it.
I did. I rated it.
I liked it.
At halftime when I noticed it, I rated it.
Hey, it had a real time warp feel about it. It was brilliant. Have to do the same thing,
mate.
next week.
But shout out, who's the fella that actually did it?
Who did the scoreboard?
Yeah, who was turning the boards around?
Oh, a couple of young guys had to go.
They're onto it. Like,
yeah. No, they enjoy it. They get
nah.
their
Do
pie
anything
and
for a
Coke
hot
after
dog
the
and a
game.
Coke. Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
Yeah.
mate, what about one of these hamburgers out the back? That's a serious bit.
Did
of
you get
equipment.
one?
Nah, I didn't, mate.
Well, you gotta
I'm
be
all
quick.
business.
They are
I'm all
good.
business.
They are good.
You're here to do a job.
And what about you, Tom? What do you reckon you guys improved on to get back in the game?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when we're more direct with the footy going forward, we look a lot better. Fuck, I don't know. Mate, it's funny, eh? Like, since I got out of the coach's seat, I'm finding it really hard to knuckle in what
You're just trying to grit them
and-
things out there.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It's a tricky one, but we just kept winning the ball.
Yeah.
I think the last half they scored maybe 2 goals in the last half. Could be wrong, but they didn't score much. So I reckon our pressure went up.
Mm.
And then we got close enough. We were like, we might be able to win this here, because the last couple of games have sort of been blown away early.
Yeah.
And again, to some degree, we were blown away early, but we ramped up our pressure. We got
The
close
belief
enough
was
to
there.
think, hey, we can win this.
Mm.
And we did hit the front. And then, unfortunately, a goal in the last 20 seconds. But, I think we just ramped our pressure up. We believed, and then it's all mentally, I thought, yeah.
Yeah, I thought, for me, I thought that pressure's like easy to say, but your tackles through the middle of the ground, like your midfield were getting back and too many great Norths. Your midfield was getting back and putting pressure. Well, I got to get home and then get up at 3:30. So, like turnovers in the middle. Then you guys were really good at like hitting something like 25 metres away, and then generally I don't find it works, but then you guys would give yourself a long, deep entry. And was it 9? Who was the fella who took all them clunks?
Nitsky.
Cooper
Nitsky.
Yeah, so he
New fella
actually
this year.
he took a heap of clunks, like, and those deep, long entries worked. Like he doesn't look like he's massively imposing. And prior to coming here, if someone said Quairading kicked maybe 6 deep entries in and someone steamed out and clunked him, I would assume it'd be Tom, but it wasn't. It was that fella. He was the guy. So was it Cooper Nitschke?
Yep.
Yeah, he was. The last half was very good for him.
Yeah. Cooper he was at Claremont from 2017 till 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Resi's player, solid, like played every week.
Yep.
Wasn't far off a league game, but just didn't quite crack it. And then he went and played for West Coast Reserves, was their leading goal kicker.
Okay.
Had a pretty decent time there, and then went and played for Bunbury. I always get South Bunbury and Bunbury confused, but whoever is the yellow and black.
Bunbury Tigers.
Thank you.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
Bunbury,
no, it's the opposite.
Bulldogs.
that's
They're
what
the
it is.
Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs.
They
the
should be Tigers,
They
and
should
then
be.
Correct.
The yellow, the white and red are the
Yep.
they're the Tigers.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's
it's
right.
Like,
Yeah.
it's the other way around.
Bulldogs. Yeah, it's like Bulldog. Matt Martin and Jesse Gribble. That's
Confusing.
Yeah.
Cooper is a
Port Adelaide supporter. He's a good man.
Port supporter. He's a descendant of Rogers. So Buck Rogers, who played a lot of footy for Claremont and played a lot of footy for Bunbury Bulldogs, South Bunbury.
Okay.
Yep.
One of them.
Played a lot of footy there.
Yeah.
Family man.
Okay.
Wanted to go down there and play. But then, opted to come and play out here with the boys, and he's a find. He can play.
You reckon, like you spoke about it earlier, like not like you didn't really say you wish you got out here, but you've come out here and sort of found your straps in footy. Like, I'm always amazed at not the journeyman. I don't want to because I tip the cap to those fellas that are cracking in at the reserves all the time, but like they're good enough to come out here and dominate games, have fun, and the serious of it just drops off a little bit. But how much fun you have, would you not that you'd recommend it, but like, do you reckon there's enough emphasis on people coming out and playing good country footy and having fun and there being enough value in like good country footy?
I reckon so. Resi's footy nowadays is an upgrade from Colts, right? So I actually believe that if you're playing reserves footy, if you're not a chance to get picked up, so if you're a like developing player and you're going to play league footy and then you're going to go to the draft and all that kind of stuff, if you're not a chance to get picked up, you're putting in way too much work for what you're going to get back. Resi's footy is thankless, and you've got 60 blokes on a waffle list that put in the exact same work and time, but you only talk about 20.
Yeah.
Like it's a tough gig.
I always talk about how Claremont are so good at keeping their resis player because it's like they sell the club and like playing footy for Claremont's so good, so they string those guys along and they put in years.
Yep.
Like I don't know if there'd be more people that play resis than like Claremont, like, you know, what the average game of a resis player at every waffle club, I bet you Claremont's one of the most.
Well, Rushforth, who's out here, he played 4 years at Claremont in the resis. Deck Mountford's in his spot.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a game. Stays because I'd tip my hat to Rushy. He should have gone to any other club and he would have had a very successful waffle career, but chose to stay because it's a good club.
Yeah.
Right? But then gets nothing out of it. 4 years, gets nothing out of it.
Of what, 5 days a week?
Yeah. And full on. You train the exact, if anything, you train harder than the senior blokes.
Because you're trying to get in.
Yeah, spot on. Rushy's going to train a shitload harder than Deck Mountford because he's trying to overtake him.
Maybe not Dex.
Not Dex.
Rudolph.
Sorry. I should have said
else.
Who else? Jai Bolton. Maybe Jai Bolton.
That Hardesty.
Hardesty. Jared Hardesty. He's a man. Or Deck Hardesty you're talking about. Which one?
That sort of solider one with the tats.
Jared Hardesty.
Yeah.
He's a great bloke.
Yeah.
If you're ever at a loose end in Perth and you feel like a beer, message him. Because he's the best man to do that with.
Okay.
Yep.
He looks like he loves a tube.
He's the man, eh?
Yeah, okay.
He's the man. I haven't spoken to him for a long time, but he's one of the best blokes ever. Footy trip, Bali to 2017. Best on by a country. By an absolute country.
Yeah, right.
I'm not going to delve any further into it.
Nah, we'll move on, mate. And then, so I've got another fellow that I wanted to speak about from Quairading. I used to do, not used to, I've done 3 podcasts of this, but wanted to do like 5 things that caught my eye. But one of them was number 39, Declan Mills. One, he looks like Toby Bedford, but he's also like, and I don't want to be derogatory, he's like meat and potatoes, but mate, he's like rock solid. Like if you had to play on him, you have a tough day. He gets a fist in. He like when he spoils, he like body spoils really well and makes sure the ball's always boundary side. Like all those little 1%ers, I reckon. Like he's someone that you'd love to have in your team, and you could trust him to do a role. And is he? What's Declan like? Is he a local fella or?
Yeah, Decky Mills just come back to the farm start of this year.
Okay,
so he very driven. He's 21, very driven, a young fella. Last year he broke his fibia, one of the bones in his leg. I'm no expert or no doctor. So stretch it off, hospital on the green whistle, surgery. So he's come from a long way back. So he probably exceeded expectations. He come back round 1. So this would have been August last year, I reckon. So he missed finals. But yeah, he came back to footy a long time before anyone expected him to. Again, very driven young bloke, looks after himself and wants to succeed and
fit.
Credit to him. He's back playing round 1. He started in the resis and back playing league, and yeah, you've nailed all the things about him, and that's why he's playing league again.
Yeah, he was rock solid, mate. I love those sorts. It's not like, he wouldn't get the kudos of like your midfields and stuff like that, but yeah, he was really important today. And another fella, I probably should have looked his name up, I thought was pretty good, sort of in a similar role, number 4. Like got some real big spoils late, like never got beaten and beat his opponent, which great. He was amazing.
Jars is essentially local.
Yeah, so he lives in Perth. So his mum is a Simpson, who is a local family. So we'll claim him. He's a local.
Yeah, we'll take him.
But yeah, just no frills, nothing fancy about him. He locks down on the usually the quickest forward. And
he was huge for us last year. Oh, he was massive for us. He could turn up and literally stand with his hands on his hips for the rest of the season, and he's done enough for this club. Like, he was massive for us. Massive.
Big Rudog he looks like, eh?
He's a mad dog.
Yeah.
He's fucking mad.
All right, let's. What about the league in itself? Obviously, Avon, like, where are you at with your footy, Tom? You trying to, like, the Nutrient Carnival, is that something like you're keen to get to? Like, where are you at with that?
It's a tricky one. I'd like to be available to play just because I coached the last 3 years.
Okay.
I'm not this year.
Yep.
Troy Fulgrave from Cunardin's coaching, his coaching career speaks for itself. If my body's good to go, I'll play. We've built something pretty special.
Yeah.
Like, we've done pretty well. We played 3 grand finals in 3 years, won 1, lost 2. So I will get involved if I'm able, but it's fully dependent on how I'm traveling because it's the country week carnival is almost bloody negligent to players. Like, it's hard to get through. Like, it's 3 days in a row playing footy. It's really hard to get through. So, yeah, see how we go.
Right when you need a break, though, as well.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then if you don't play,
pending parental leave as well.
Yeah, correct. Yep. Another bab on the way shortly. So if Mad Mad loves country week. She loves it more than I do. So she'll be absolutely
over the moon.
She'll go, we'll leave the kids with grandma and grandpa. We'll go stay in a dingy hotel and go play some footy. So there we go.
So one of the things that I love is the state country sort of program here. Who would has there been anyone that's represented the state country from Quairading in the recent years, or who you sort of would want to try and create a case for this year?
I think obviously Tom Lee, the man on my left, has thoroughly deserving. I think one guy who, I don't know how keen he is, he didn't play country last year, but Ethan Brown, who you mentioned before, should go down. He's very good. And then another guy from Keller, Tammin, number 19, Corey Dixon, sent a pretty similar role to Ethan Brown. Again, goes down there without a reputation, without a name for himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's where
he was good, eh?
Yeah, that's where
he's always good.
That's where
good.
You were getting at it before with blokes with their. I'm going to say it. Blokes without their driver's license.
Oh, don't.
No. I'm willing to get in trouble for this. Blokes need to have, their country address and all that sort of stuff you've said.
Or just guys like Corey, and I'll assess it individually.
Guys like Corey Dixon don't get the reputation, and he goes down there and plays very well. And again today, but gets overlooked for guys with a reputation. So
he got smashed. You see his eye?
Yeah, he did.
Blood everywhere.
Yeah. So those two guys, Ethan and Corey, absolutely.
Like even 100%. Your midfield, you could plug and play like.
Oh, Ben Rushforth, sorry, he played last year.
They all could sort of go through there and anything like half back, half forward, even like back pocket, like they sort of all sort of be around the mark. Like there's, the standard today was as good as what I've seen like in the country so far. But you could probably nominate like 5 or 6, and if you guys are 0 and 4, like there must be some guns out there.
Yeah,
maybe they won't pick anyone from Quairading if they haven't won a game by then.
Nah. Dicko, Corey Dixon, he's my favourite player.
Yeah.
And he's this close to the Quairading border.
Yeah. Okay.
This close. Oh, he's this close. Painfully close.
Yeah.
If we had Dicko, we would have won the last 4. Simple as that.
Oh, lift, Dicko. Move the house.
Just come this way.
Got a bit of land. Yeah, a bit of land in the Quairading Shire.
Hey, all right. Well, that sort of wraps us up, boys. There's about my hour limit, but before I'll want to do like a league review almost, but I think I drive around in a truck delivering chips and nuggets to Chicken Treats and Red Roosters. I got a contract doing that, so
you have a really important job,
mate.
That's massive.
Yeah. I don't know.
We need you.
My kids think I'm a superhero because I was a cop for 12 years. So they thought I was like a king for that, like whatever. Thank fuck I got out. But now, like in their minds, it's equally as important because they make sure kids get their chips and nuggets, and they truly believe it's like neck and neck. Like, what's more important? They don't know. But anyway, I drive around in that truck, and I've come up with an idea for this Bring Your Boots podcast because I'm not sure what I want to turn this into, if anything, but I want to get your thoughts on maybe like an NBA All-Star sort of rip-off at Landmark. Like, I think I've got $1,000 cash there, and hopefully some more sponsors come in, and a pure like skills comp. Like me and the boys, we used to play a game, put 6 cones around the 50. You have a time limit. So you got to run from, like, you got to snap one. Nothing has to be all on the full. snap one from the boundary. There'll be random ones you got to run in between, and obviously you score, you get a point, it's a point. Kick a goal, it's 6 points, and then that like grades you. Then you move on to a next drill. Like the put a square and whoever kicks
At
it
country
in.
week, you're saying?
At country week, maybe like
Oh yeah.
when it happens, I don't know how I'd get the numbers in. I'm thinking about 12 with maybe 3 wild cards that I get to pick, and then like $1,000 winner takes all.
Half time, grand final day. Done.
Something like that.
Yep.
Like I reckon if you could get around that, like get a bit of a crowd in and get maybe 3 or 4 drills and have a point structure built up, and like I genuinely want to do it. So yeah, I'm happy to put $1,000 in, and I'm sure that I don't know if a league could nominate a player, or I don't know how it'd work, but fuck man, if you could come in there and in front of a bit of a crowd and have a boot around and win $1,000 cash, like what kicking drills do you reckon should be in?
Check side.
Yep.
Check side.
Mandatory, you reckon, in that like 6 point thing?
30 metres straight in front, set
From
shot.
the boundary, surely.
I thought that's what my tiebreaker, if there's 2 blokes, my tiebreaker would be 25 straight in front. Not a skill thing, a pressure thing. So it's not the first one to get it, it's the first one to fuck it. 25 out in front, goal after goal after goal. First one to miss, loses, other bloke gets 1,000 G.
Well, I heard an interesting thing the other day, right? So how many set shots are you taking from the top of the goal square? So you got to nominate it from the start. Each one, you're getting paid 100 grand. If you miss, you die.
Yeah.
You're shot and you're dead. So, but you have to pre-nominate. So if you choose 10, you're taking 10, and you just got to bang them all through. Maybe it's that. Maybe we go with that. Let's make it interesting.
Yeah. What would you lock in? I'm thinking 25.
15 out straight in front.
Yeah. 25.
I reckon my legs get sore. My legs. No, I'm going for broke. No, I don't know, because if you miss, your score gets wiped. It doesn't go to
Well,
you.
you die.
It doesn't go
if
to
you
you.
miss.
But like the missus doesn't get it, right?
Yeah.
So your kids don't
Yeah.
get it.
No will. Yeah.
100, fuck it.
100 G's large.
100.
Nutrient will come up with it.
Surely, yeah.
Hey, I'll talk to them.
But no, if anyone's got any ideas, get a lot of messages. Not many of them I can play over here or whatever. It's pretty good. But yeah, if anyone's got any ideas or wants to get on board, I'm keen to do like a genuine skills thing. I got some people that'll film it for social media from my speedway side of things. So yeah, it'll get plenty of highlights and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not sure where we'll run it, how we'll run it, but I'm pretty keen to get it going. Boys, just quickly, your association medal tip for this year in the AFNA Footy League.
Ooh. Well, we've only played
And the other thing
2
is,
teams.
so I always do it because in the medals, who's the best player in the league and who is going to win the medal? Because I don't reckon that usually lines up.
Well, I think we have to say Ben Rushforth. He's won back to back.
And what's the medal called here? Sorry,
Stacey medal.
Stacey
Stacey,
medal.
yeah.
Like Jake Stacey.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
His granddad.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, not sure if he was a really good footballer or what the story is, but named after Jake's granddad. So Ben Rushforth won back to back. So have to say him, but we're not winning, so he's probably not getting votes.
Yep.
And then again, as Tet said, we've only played 3 teams. Wide open field, jeez.
I think Caden Fulgrave deserves one from Canada, and he's been probably second.
And when you
3
spoke
years.
about the full grade coach, that's his old boy?
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, Caden's
And there's a brother as well as another full grade?
correct. Kobe, but
Kobe.
he's at North Beach now from
Okay.
all reports, and he can fucking stay there.
Yeah.
Because we don't need to deal
You don't
with
want
him.
2 of them.
No, nah, he's got a rocket boot. But Caden can play.
Yep.
He just needs to learn how to defend. And when he listens to this, he'll go, oh yeah, fucking Tet said that. Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, but who would then? So if he does it, who do you reckon's the genuine, like the first pick for the landmark, like your actual best player in the league?
Rushy.
Yep.
Hands down.
Kyle Walsh from Railways.
Oh,
he didn't
Walsh.
play last week, which is sad because they pumped us. So I'd hate to know what the score was last week if he played.
Yeah, okay.
But he's
a star.
Very, very good left footer. Left footers are always good.
Yeah.
He's probably a little bit underrated, I reckon. I think he only played last year, was his first year. But yeah, very, very good player.
Through the middle, where's he roll?
Medium, lead up, half forward, gets it 50 to 70 and then just laces or has a shot.
Stewie Jew type.
Stewie Jew type, except way better Nick.
Okay.
Way better Nick. Although I'm not
Attribute
talking...
looks, plays like him, but doesn't look like him.
I'm not talking Port 2004.
Okay.
Better Nick. I'm talking Hawks 2008. Way better Nick than that.
Yeah, okay.
But Port 04, he was in pretty...
sharp.
Kyle Walsh is in nappies.
Nick.
Kyle Walsh is in nappies.
Yeah, okay.
Stuart Jew's kicking goals from 75.
He
Simple
was
as that.
electric, eh?
Fuck, he was good, eh?
That highlights package of Jew, man. That's as good a footy as you can
That's what
say.
they got him in for,
Yeah.
wasn't it? In a way.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah,
and it fucking
yeah.
won him the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Unreal.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Kyle Walsh.
Kyle Walsh, yeah, keep
And-
an eye on him.
What about the most, like, I know it'll be difficult in the league with a bit of changeover, but who do you reckon's like Quairading's then most underrated player?
Pereira.
Lucas Pereira.
Yeah. 18?
He's number 18.
Plays half
He's
forward?
He's
wing,
not-
half back.
Yeah.
He's the kind of guy that when the ball's in his hands, you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
He's going to hit
Calm,
someone
eh?
up. He looks like he's got more time than what he has. He's played for us since 21, so he's out of Perth, travelling player. But yeah, brilliant bloke, brilliant player, calm, composed, very underrated. Norm Smith medalist last year, or whatever the medal was called.
Yep.
I can't recall
In
that.
a losing side or?
Nah,
for us
winner.
last year.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. So best on ground in the grand final last year. And yeah, just one of those guys when he's got the ball, you know you're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And then to tidy it up for Keller, because we haven't sort of talked about Keller and Tammin, who would be like the one that you look at, like coming to play today, who would be like the main focus of their side?
Dixon, Corey
Yep.
Dixon.
Okay. Well, that didn't work.
Every single day of the week. I know, and it happens every year.
Yeah, clever.
And we played him in a prelim last year, and the way we entered the ball, he didn't have an impact.
Yep.
And that was the only time. We've always had issues with him. I
Yeah.
kicked it fucking straight through him twice today.
Yeah.
And it always, whenever it goes to him, I go, fucking straight to him.
I've done it
Yes,
again.
You picked him out. And then I've just kicked
He's
it
hiding
straight
back
to
there.
him twice. And he's a star.
He's a gun.
Star.
Yeah.
Great bloke too. Like, just really humble. He'd hate that we're talking about him.
Okay.
Hate it.
And local fella?
Yeah. Local.
Yeah,
Farmer.
beautiful.
Local farmer.
Again,
yeah.
like the driver's license.
Dad's a great bloke. His mum's a ripper. Like, his missus is a ripper. Like, the whole, he's just a cracker. Yeah.
So what do we need to do to turn the 0-4 around? Like, I know it's difficult with your training, how it's sort of segregated and that, but so that doesn't count. Then pre-game next week, what do you reckon the main message is going to be?
Whatever belief we felt at 3/4 time is we played 20 minutes of good footy today, and we get done by 3 points by arguably the best side in the comp at the moment. So I think we need to carry the belief that we can still play well and compete and win. Cundy, arguably, possibly the other best side in the comp, so we're going to have to believe pretty fucking hard. But like, I don't know, you can't write off believing that you can win. And because we don't have a Kane Mitchell who just drives it regardless, you lose that little piece.
So Kane, I played with Kane as well. Like, I know how he is. So he was in your midfield last year as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, good
He
luck.
missed a big chunk of footy. He did something to his elbow.
Yep, correct.
Missed, a good 10 weeks of footy. Come back for our prelim.
Yep.
And then, obviously, the grand final. So we were lucky in that department that he came back. Possibly would have come back for the second semi, but we'll take an extra week and play the prelim. But yeah, obviously, everyone knows Kane Mitchell and what he's done in footy. So, yeah, pretty handy pickup.
We're on we've got Keller Tammin on toast in the prelim, and it's like midway through the fourth with 6 goals in front, and we go, Kane, get off, refusing to come off. And so we send a runner out, fucking get off. Like, we've got bigger fish to fry.
Dragging him off.
Comes to the bench, he's sitting there, he's got his feet tapping on the ground, and he's going, I want to play next week now. I want to play next week fucking now. Like, going off his head. You know what he's like.
Yeah, wild man.
And he was but you'd lose a vocal communicator, someone who makes you feel bigger.
Well, the belief.
Correct.
That's him, mate, belief.
And someone that everyone looks to for advice or...
Where is he now? Where's he this year?
In a fucking caravan.
So he's a teacher. He's taken long service leave, gone travelling. Not sure if he's coming back or if he does, when it is. But yeah, he's on holidays, so probably no rush.
He'll come back.
Still registered here?
Yeah, he'll
Oh,
come back. He'll come back.
Who's that wizard?
Yeah, no,
Who's that wizard?
he'll come back.
Hopefully. Done.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, that wraps it up, boys. That's an hour and 15 minutes. Bring your boots. Yeah, appreciate your time. Not Sunday night. I know. Yeah, I appreciate you sticking around. Thanks for everything, and hopefully we get a few wins on the board.
Fingers crossed.
Done. Cheers, boys.
So there we go. Thank you.